Well, good morning, Raisin Roans Ranch fans. I wanted to get in here since we had quite the eventful day yesterday with me seeing signs of an early foaling with Heidi. And yesterday she was at 305 gestation, so that would make her quite a bit under for foaling in the safe zone. So I went ahead and we started calling all of our repro vets trying to get a farm call. Of course, that's hard to do when you want them to come out like right now, and it's the beginning of breeding season. But we were lucky enough to get one, Chloe, a female veterinarian from Mineral Wells, and she did do a farm call for us about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I stood there and watched her palpate Heidi and tried to be patient, because Tennessee always gets mad at me when I'm like, well, what do you see? What's going on? What's wrong? So I tried to refrain from being that person, and it took her probably a good 10 minutes to do a thorough check. And afterwards I found out why. She had measured the sac in several different places to get the thickness. And she should have been at a 10, and she was at a 13 in all of the places that she was checked, which unfortunately meant placentitis. But the good news was there was, oh, did y'all see that kick? The good news was that there was no separation, which would have been really scary and could have, meant a pretty early pregnancy. So we put her on several different types of medication. First, she's on Banamine right now twice a day for 5 days for the pain. One of the things that I noticed, and my husband also noticed the night before yesterday, when she came in, she was very aggressive to all the other mares, which meant she was in pain. Brought her in. Of course, she was a lot happier once she got fed, and I didn't really think a lot of it. But yesterday morning, I thought I would give her a little bit of special attention. And one of the things I like to do before foaling is to thoroughly clean their udder, so that when I do get to the point where I start testing their milk, I don't get all that nasty crap in there. So as I was cleaning her udder, I went ahead and took a little pull, and to my surprise, it was white. So I tried to stay calm, because I'm like, that's not good. And I ran and got me a little container and had to wash it out, and I drew some milk, and sure enough, it was light white. So in my experience, once the color of their milk turns from the probably dark tea color to white, you're getting close. I mean, it could be 24, 48, 72 hours. So I went ahead and took it home to test it, and there was no calcium in it, but still, it was a concern. And then, I started looking at all her body points, and she had dropped, and I'll walk up here, and you just have to know this mare. She has got a fat ass booty. And if you look right here, that area all dropped down. Generally another sign that gets real loose, they will tend to lose their top line, which she really hadn't done, but she did drop there, which concerned me. So then, you come up and you start doing this. And man, it was jiggly last night. I'm not getting that today, thank God. And then you lift this, and if it's extremely flimsy, oh man, you're close. And it was, a little bit light, but not totally flimsy. And then no discharge, but that was a little bit more elongated. So I come over here, And I'm looking at her, and it's just not full, but she had the milk. And let's see, Heidi. Yeah, but it's still, it doesn't look as dark. Oh, whoops, there, y'all can see. There we go. So, we put her on antibiotics for twice a day, the Banamine for pain, and the Regimate to help, oh, there goes another kick. Regimate to help close her up and hold it in. And she is on stall rest. We're going for 320, the safe zone, which is, we need her to hold that baby in at least, today is 306, so at least 14 more days to be safe. Now, I have got a lot of people that have contacted me, and I understand everybody's scenario is different, and that people before have had babies at 305 or 307 or 303, and they've been perfectly fine. But when I started discussing, the worst possibility with the veterinarian, one of the things she said was, if that baby comes before 320, it's going to be a mattress baby. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? And she says, well, you get a mattress and you put that baby on it and it can't get up. And I said, well, how do you keep that baby down on that mattress? And she looked at me and she said, well, you put something heavy on top of it. And I'm like, say what? And then what? How do you feed it? And she says, well, you can tube feed it or bottle feed it or let it get up and support it while it nurses, which, is like every 4 hours. And I said, what, until it hits 320 days? And she says, yes, at least that. And she says, the problem with babies born that early is their bones haven't completely matured yet. So if they get up and put weight on their bones, you could have damage at some point in their life due to the bones not developing fully as a foal. So I told her, well, let's not discuss that anymore unless we have to at that point. We're just going to pray and keep our fingers crossed that she makes it to 320. In the meantime, I have moved her to the foaling stall. That is where we camp out. The tarp got destroyed over the wind and stuff. And I am working over here today in getting everything back together. It's going to be a slow process. So over the next 3 days, I should have everything over there ready for me and Dwayne to camp out. So I've got to tear that tarp down, put another tarp up, blow out the room from the leaves that have come in, stuff like that. And thank you everybody for joining us, and I will definitely keep everybody up to date on HEIDI and how she's been doing. Today, I feel like she is doing better. Her attitude is better, and I am able to orally give her meds, which Banamine tastes horrible, so that's good, and I hope she continues to let me do that because I have so many other mares that would rather kill me than let me give them something orally. So she is at least good with that. So thank you so much and have a good day, everybody.